I'm asking people like you to keep our leaders on term and on point so that by 2030 we can truly have the world and the Africa we deserve. Thank you.
Good evening. Welcome to the Moth. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
I learned quickly that I needed a ticket out of the village. And I understood that ticket was going to be education.
Don't you want me to go to a boarding school? I am not going forever. I'll come back and check on you. But in a very sad tone, she told me, my daughter, you're not going for school. You are going forever.
And the minute we entered my grandmother's house, my mother dropped her bags to the ground and let out a howl that could only come from the depths of her being. Her mother, my grandmother, was gone. My aunts rushed to my mother's side and she sobbed in their arms, and I just stood there and watched. My aunts took my mother towards my grandmother's room, and some of my aunts went in, and then my mother went in. And as I was about to enter my grandmother's room, one of my older aunts came and shut the door in front of me. I said, Auntie, what's going on? I want to go inside. Mommy is inside. I want to participate in washing grandma's body. This is the most intimate part. I want to go inside. Why did you close the door? My aunt just looked at me and said, Fatu, I cannot let you in that room. You're not a society woman. I knew what she meant. She meant that I hadn't gone through Bondo, and Bondo is what we would formerly know as female genital mutilation or circumcision. And the reason I hadn't gone through Bondo is because my grandmother, who is a chief Sowi, and a Sowi is a female leader that does the initiating of young girls into the society of Bondo, had decided that I and my sisters would be the first girls in our family and in our community not to go through Bondo.
I knew for sure that I wanted to work with numbers. So you can imagine my joy when I heard about something called actuarial science. For those of you who do not know what that is, it's this really amazing course that has you spending your days doing things like calculus and probability and statistics. It's what insurance companies use to know the mortality rates, hence tell you how much premium you need to pay. It's what governments use to know what areas to invest. I mean, who wouldn't want to spend the rest of their lives doing that?
I always looked at my friends who got married earlier than me and never had jobs, not happy in their marriages because their husbands never gave them enough. But I had to make a choice. And I was comfortable with this choice until one Sunday.
And I was like, I, who for 8 years lived in this marriage believing I was weak, vulnerable, unlovable, powerless. In his eyes, I was much more than just a strong woman. So it dawned on me that on that day, all along, all these years, what this man was trying to do was to beat me and to subdue me, to crush this strong woman that he was seeing. And so I knew that this was my moment. And I told myself, you know what? Now we're going to get out of this.
On behalf of the Moth, good night.